too much. But
Trading, what
trade
is it?
station,
Trade station.
yeah. So this middle one, just time and sales, the one that's flashing red, blue, and like
Mm-hmm.
kind of gray. And then this is just what they call level two, whatever. I don't know. So this side is the ask, and this side is the bid. So what I like to see, like even for example right now, I like to see this side right pushing when it looks like the sellers are trapped, and then this thing just flashing green, you know, because you could tell they're really trying to sell, and then they get trapped. Like right now, for me, you can see the buy side is stronger, but now this thing, okay, flashing green.
Mm-hmm.
This is just how I try to read it, like okay, that green is not doing anything because we're still red. Then I'm like, okay, let me try to see. Okay, so like above here is 283. So I'll go over here and I'm like, okay, 283. We're right here. I want to see this 108 start to drop aggressively, or I know where we should probably go down. So it's like, I guess the inside view of the traps. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like we've just been looking at the bars, but now I can clearly see like, yeah, they just try to buy here. There's a
The
huge
orders up.
right. You see, all of this, none of this is doing any good for them. You know something's going on. They got to flip this back up real quick or it's dropping. And then you just see that, right? Boom. Like, you see how it just flashed red? I'm like, okay, boom. This was a good spot and a clear spot. Those are the type of things I take into consideration. Now, I want my signal bars to basically really reflect this movement, you know? And then,
Mhm.
like I said, I'm adding, don't know if they're right, but I'm adding some of the quarters, like again, manipulation quarter, when I can see.
What chart are we looking at? Oh, this is a 2006.
Yeah, this is a ES chart over here. So
Mm-hmm.
like this part, right? There's a downtrend.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're going into a new whole section, so I know. Let's see if this is right though. Okay, so for me, I'm like X. This is an A. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
so strong to take this one because I know we're supposed to range.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But if I knew this was an X quarter, I would be jumping on this one because I got downtrend. It breaks. It gives that new extreme.
Yeah.
You gotta try that. So
Yeah.
I'm starting to add it all up, and then I want to see this bar right here would have been red. See the this right side pushing, and then just green coming in. I love those trades right now. So I don't know. It's like I'm doing the same thing. I think I just found a way to visually see it. I don't
Yeah.
know. Um, but again, that's what I've been doing this week. Like today, I took this trade right here because oh yeah. Also, when I see like you see how this is like 1, 2. This is times I think 100. Yeah, 100. So like today I saw a huge order coming that I don't usually see. I saw an order
Mm-hmm.
for one 145 one yeah 145, yeah. So basically in my mind right here there was basically like 14,000 sellers. And then all of a sudden it just flipped up. I'm like
Mm.
I'm like yeah, there's no way this should flip up right here. So I got in one right here, and then I just wanted to risk down to the bottom of this range. I mean the top of it at least. And then you can see we just absorbed that whole seller right here.
Mm.
Shit like that I've never seen before. I'm just like, hey, I guess it's going down. I don't know what's up here. I don't know what. Like I usually wouldn't even take this trade because it's so crowded. But when I see this thing, and it's like they like right now they keep trying to push this side, and then all I would just see is green, green, green. Like they're trapped. They're pushing so strong on this side.
Wait, who's trapped? The
So
sellers or
yeah, the sellers like right here.
yeah.
So this side
Mhm.
is the ask side, and this side is the bid. So it's like these bars to me is just the strength of the buyers and sellers, going against each other. So like right now, this is a huge thing right now. Let's see what's going on over here. you know. But like, look, all we got right here is a green bar. This side is
Yep.
so strong, and then you can see we just start to explode because that's not working. And then I feel like sometimes I'm always wondering, like, why did the price just go so crazy? Like, well, there's big on each side right now. Like, what's this level? Let's see, 284. See, like, this is all I've been doing. So I'm like, where's the seller at 284? You can't even see me right now. 285. All right, look at this big number right here.
Mm-hmm.
600 times 10 or 100, and we're just going through it. Yeah, like, it's either this thing's supposed to get slapped or they're just gonna keep blasting up. But like I said, I'm just adding it all together like it's math. It's been pretty fun actually. Right or wrong, I'm like, let's see. Um and then even today, I mean, I guess we could do a little today if we have time. I just want to see if, like, even though they're on opposite quarters, right? Like, ES, like we said the other day, was on uh AMDX, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then NQ is still on XAMD. But the distribution in NQ is gonna push that reversal for the ES so much stronger. Like, I don't know if it's like by mistake, but I was just sitting here, I was like, okay, so this is a D, this is an X, and am I supposed to add them? Because now it's just getting aggressive. Like, this has to distribute and this one has to reverse. So now are they just gonna get aggressive? And they definitely got aggressive.
Hmm. In the same direction.
Exactly in the same direction. So then I'm
Mhm.
like, huh, I didn't hear that one before. I gotta talk to Coach Amy about that one. Maybe I'm just making shit up, and maybe it just be a coincidence. But I'm gonna keep watching that though. So literally all day I've just been, once I'm trading, I've been trying to get up pretty early nowadays, like by 7. No
Yeah.
trading, don't need to trade. I just want to get used to knowing what's going on. Like, when I saw that 145 today, I'm like, yeah, all right. So we're gonna drop now and go below the EMA. And usually I would, like I said, I would just sit out. But
Yeah.
when I can see this now, and I'm like, why isn't it dropping? Okay, all of a sudden, big flashes.
And the girls agree.
Right, big flashes of green. I'm like, I think these fuckers are trapped. All right, so let's try it. Let's try it. Um, like I said, man, I think that's gonna be something. I just gotta
How
learn.
many points did you get?
I got out. So I got in here, and then I got out right here. I don't even know how many
Oh,
points that. Yeah,
nice.
yeah. You can see, like, I just got out right here, and then again, watch how I'm adding up everything, right? I'm riding this trend line up.
Yeah.
I know it just broke, so I'm not even trying to get out yet on this first green bar. It makes the new high. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna move my stop loss right below that,
Yeah.
because I know breaking new extreme, then we reverse.
There's gonna
So
be
it's
a
like I'm
reversal.
just adding. I don't know, man. But it feels pretty fun though. It's like now I'm getting something else to do instead of watching this trash.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's fun.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's all you, yo. That's all you. I told you. I was like, hell yeah. I remember the first day you found the quarterly thing, and I can just imagine now. Because it's making sense to me now. I remember you were so ecstatic. You were like, yo, I don't.
I was like, oh my God,
But at the same time, I didn't really understand. I was still excited because it's something new. But now I'm understanding. I'm like, all right, this is actually insane. Like,
yeah.
I come in here now. That's why I say I get up early, and I'm like, where was this Judas swing? I'm
Yeah.
trying to find the main Judas swing all rising. And I was telling my brother that. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, yo, just pay attention between like I told him what is it 2 and like 5 6 a.m.
Yeah, it usually happens in London.
Right. So like for me to even before that for me I was like okay 21 that's 9 I think that's like 9:40 last night. I'm like oh shit we're probably going down. And then I see this again. I'm like okay this is 3. You see we just making lower highs. All right we're going down. So I wasn't even up in time for this one here. But I wish I would have taken this short because this is the same pattern. Break, new extreme,
What
reversal.
time did it start?
This one started, well, this is last night 9:40. This one started here at 4:35.
Yeah.
Yeah. So but like I said, then I'm not up, so I'm like, okay, what else can I see with these true opens? Like this is the open right here for 7:30 p.m. This orange line. I don't
Mhm.
know if you can see. So I'm like, okay, we dip below, and then we trapped them. Okay, we're grinding. We know it's accumulation. Now can I see some more manipulation below that level? I'm like, who am I?
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I talking about? But then I'm like, no, it makes sense.
Tricky.
Right, I'm like, no, dude, it makes sense. Just like go with it. I'm like, okay, here's the manipulation. We did the low. Now I think we gotta go take out the high. Can I get a setup? Nah, I don't see anything here. But then, like I said, now the 145 is sticking out with the big order over here. Like you can see, this is just 132. You know? So when you see 145, you're like, holy shit, they're about to get obliterated.
Yeah.
You know? So then I'm like, I know manipulation. I think we're gonna manipulate above the high. I got one leg up. This big uptrend right here still needs a clear and new extreme, right? So I'm just adding that up. It bounces off my 21. Like I'm just like these trades are basically just selling themselves to me now. I don't have to look for anything. They gotta do that type of rhythm every time. It only makes sense. Huh?
That's amazing. I said that's amazing.
Like I said, man. Thank you. Every time. You a G for that. That's what I told him. I don't know. If I don't know, I'll send you to Coach Amy. Coach Amy knows.
I don't know everything.
We don't need to know everything. We just need to know some of the stuff. And as far as I'm concerned, I thought I knew just what I thought I told you with the price action, with the trendline rule. I thought that was it. And I'm like, this market kind of sucks. And some days I'm just getting chopped up for no reason.
Right.
So I want to know how to avoid those days and avoid those times. Like also, I'm sticking to it's
That is all.
AMDX. Yeah, I don't need to be trying to trade in the rise and
Right.
then, right? That's probably not the time. Or in the afternoon, like if I miss the 12 to 6 a.m., I got 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. and then I should be done for the day.
Right.
Right? Like
Exactly.
that's a whole change in my thing.
Exactly.
Cuz
It's all about, I mean, it's all about timing because what am I trying to say? The price action is run by an algorithm and it runs on a system. So it's like, a mathematical, systematized, time-based algorithm.
right.
And so, like, if you are aware of that and you know the times to be, looking at the chart and when to actually like take action, then it makes it that much easier.
Like so much like I said, I don't care if I get the trades wrong now. It's just the fact of knowing I'm giving myself such a better chance. Like you're forcing trades in accumulation period, bro. You're done. Just,
Yeah.
even if it works, it's not gonna go far. So that doesn't seem worth my time or risking my money in that time. You know.
Right.
So man, like I said, this is a game changer. This is like perfect timing. Um, and I don't know. I don't think this is on NinjaTrader, but I still got to check later on.
What is?
Like the time,
Oh,
yeah.
um the chart, the little chart thing
Uh
with
huh.
the
But like I
and
said, I don't think this is something we need. But if we can add it, I think this is fire. Like, for example, I was kind of checking it out. What was I checking out today? And maybe you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, right? But where's this little blue section I had on the chart? Where is it? Oh, okay, like right here. Like in my mind, I'm still trying to learn the fair value gaps, right? But I'm like, this wick here to the top of this bar here, I don't know
Mhm.
if it's a fair value gap. I don't know the name, but I know this is something, right? Like I can't classify it right, but like I know this wick is supposed to be overlapped by another wick and it's not. It's just by itself and this one isn't. So I'm like this space here we're going to get some type of retest. Imagine like you're still in this trade and then you see this red, this side would just be pushing aggressively. And then you see this green bar come in and you see this start flashing green and they basically take over on this side. That's a quick trade to get in. Especially on
Yeah.
the ES, like 2 points. This is about, I don't even know how many points. 84, 87. So three points. I only need two. I'm only looking for
Yeah.
two. And you literally would have been good. So I still got to learn more about these fair value gaps. But as far as I'm concerned, this
I mean,
whole.
you already know it. You just said it's a retest zone.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, just retest zone. I don't know if it's a good fair value gap, inverse fair value gap, but
Yeah, that's the thing.
you know? But then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, if you just use this area and I still combine all my rules, I got a trend line down, it comes back and tests in the blue area. Forget that it's all clumped up and rangy. Like, you easily take this short looking for the new extreme.
Yeah.
Right back off the same area. And you know this area is valid because of this trade right here. That's just how I put it together. I'm like, yes, I don't know what it's called, but it's valid though. It worked for that. Could easily work
Right.
for resistance.
Exactly. It's a retest in the direction of, going to the downside at that
Right.
point.
So, I don't know, man. But it's getting more like math every day now. It's not really trading. It's just like this needs to add up, this needs to add up. And then again, thanks to you, I'm looking at the time frame. Because when I took that long trade, the hour bar today was just about to flip. Like,
It's nice. So you got in right at the flip
see
of
what I'm
the
saying?
hour.
So I'm like, yo,
Awesome.
mad scientist. Add it up.
That's awesome.
But yeah, man, that shit definitely gets me excited right now. For real. Like, I think now I feel, like I said, now I feel the excitement you were talking about. That I can add it, I can add it up. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, this is real. And I keep looking back, like, they keep really manipulating all the true opens. They really, like, this is really a thing. Again, you wouldn't think so if you don't know
When
this.
you say manipulating the true opens, what do you mean?
So like this orange line is a true open, 7:30 p.m. Why is it
Hmm.
that we go right above and then we just flush below,
Yeah.
right? And now this
Because if you're above the true open that you're looking for a sell.
right. And then I'm like, man, I never knew this before. So now it's like, wow, this really works. Okay, keep testing though. We don't know. All right, so now you're a little skeptical, right? Because if it works and you don't know, you're like, ah, I don't know. Okay, so now this yellow line is the 1:30 a.m. open. Same thing
Hmm.
again. So you see what I mean?
That's
Well,
a
I'm like, man, I
big
wish I
up
was
sell.
awake because I seen it here already, and this is basically what did they say? This is consolidated for me. You know how we were like, we already kind of find the pattern for the day. This is just consolidation of this pattern expanded.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? This little uptrend break new extreme is the same thing as this big uptrend break new extreme right above the true open. Bro, you gotta take that short.
Yeah.
Every day you gotta take that short.
It also looks like to the left where the consolidation is, there's a fair value gap. I can't really see
The
the
wicks,
wick of that little green candle to the left,
this
to
one,
the left. No, no, no. Keep going to that one. Yeah. I can't really see the wick of that one
Yeah,
on
so
the bottom.
right.
It looks like there might be a fair value gap right there as well.
See what I'm saying? I got more adding to do. I got more adding to do. Oh man, like I said. And then yeah, like because then it just comes back right in here, right?
Well, it comes back into the range, right? When it goes back above the open
Right.
before it drops
And
later.
and then
No,
just
later. Yeah. Nope. If you go to the right, right there.
yeah.
In that area.
Yeah, and then just
It
reject.
comes back into like the fair value gap area or what looks like a fair value gap area and drops from there.
Yeah, like I said, sometimes right now what's scary to me is I'm like, this is too precise. I don't think it's right. Like I woke up and I was like, nah, I don't think this is good. I don't think this is a good one. Let me move on. Um, but then like I said, now I'm back testing. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna start taking these every time. Like even this one, it sucks, right? It's accumulation, but with the trend line rule and this overshoot, because there is a bigger downtrend, right? This big blue one, you could easily still get in this trade and put your stop here and ride this thing out. It would suck, but still,
Yeah, because it's slow.
right? It still plays out though. When you're going for 2 points from here to here, still you're out. You're out. Um, and then this is like I said, it's getting scary because this is the true open again. How do they
Mhm.
come here? One test, two tests, triple test. I'm easily taking that. Like I easily take this in the range by itself, right? As like a triple test just for a range play. One, two, three, easily. Before I'd be like, I'm not taking it because it seems like it's out of nowhere. Yeah, it looks like support, but I don't know if it's gonna hold. I know this is probably gonna hold now though. They went below, they sold, it broke back up. We know we're probably gonna
Mhm.
rock it out of here.
Right.
So, man, like I said, it feels pretty epic. Um, it definitely feels pretty epic, and I don't know. Even now, I'm testing this. It's like they basically did the same thing, right? This is the 130. This blue line, that's the 130 open,
Hmm.
and we did.
Which
We've been
one? The AM or PM?
PM.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
again, we've been doing the same thing all day. We broke above, and then we just came here and we drop again. Like, nah, man.
Yeah.
If you just wait for that trade every day, if you just be patient and wait for that trade every day, I don't see why you can't just make money off that alone. Like, forget everything else that you know. You just need to know the good signal bar. For me, I use the trend line rule to know when the price is supposed to reverse. Like, right? I got break. I got new extreme. I'm looking for reversal now. The second it starts to drop, I'm probably just gonna get in. The signal bar is still obviously key, but not so much if I know I'm looking for 2 points and it's supposed to just hit this blue line. I don't care if it goes further. Right? And it comes back over here again. You get 0, 1 entry short, go back. This clearly looks like a two-legged move, right? I can't really measure it on here, but from here to here, you see that one leg
Yeah.
up,
Yeah,
and
it
then
does.
from here to here, another leg up. Yo, it breaks above the 1:30 p.m. open and gives you a red bar. Exactly, just whatever that bell means. You just gotta get in. Oh yeah, market's done. Okay, market's closed. So,
Yeah. 4 o'clock.
oh, I guess after regular session. So afternoon session starts now. But again, man, like all these all these things are crazy to me. Just get in. Get in. Um but yeah, that's my enlightenment for the day.
I love it.
Yeah, like I said, that shit is epic, man. you just gotta think, like, I get one leg above the 1:30 p.m. open. We do this, I'm easily looking for the second leg. Like, you're easily just looking for it. I mean, you can still, for me, I don't know if you've done that much research, but I don't know if it bounces from like true open to true open. This is basically what they almost did here. Basically went from the 1:30 p.m. almost down to the 7:30 a.m.
So sometimes, using the highs and lows of the sessions is helpful as well. So, you have your Asian session, you have your London session, you have your New York AM session and your afternoon session. So if you're looking at the afternoon, then you can use any of the session highs and lows, but you're looking at the New York AM session highs and lows to know where it could potentially go. So if once we broke above that 130 open,
Right.
I'm interested to know if
And this is the
it
low
went
right here.
down, it it went down and hit the session low,
Right.
the New York AM session low.
And this would be right here.
Is that where the session low is?
Basically, so this is the afternoon session because this starts at 12 to 6, right?
Yeah.
And this is the low, and that was the high. And it easily just comes down and makes the other leg and takes out the low. And now we're using the low again as
As,
resistance
as
for a first,
resistance.
second, basically second entry short again. Like I said, I would take this trade, but now I'm like, I'm definitely taking these trades. Like, it's like the EMA is cool now. I'm still gonna stick to my strat, but I'm just adding. I'm gonna add this. You gotta. Um, all right. Well, you ready?
Yeah, I'm doing a little bit of
You good? You're good.
over here. I don't mind sharing what I'm doing though.
Oh yeah. I'm like, come on.
So,
So we got first entry short, second entry short, break new extreme. Are we gonna go lower? All right. So let's see this time of the sales.
okay, so I just highlighted the quarters for the day.
Right.
This is ES. So this is, let's see, just look at this. This is the Asian high. And this is the Asian low, right here. And then if I go to the 15-minute, I can get the open. The open is at 7:30. So this is the open. Okay, so if I'm looking at this in terms of the quarters, right? And how they interact with each other. I have my Asian low, my Asian high, and my true open. So if I knew that I was going to do London, then what I would be doing is I would be looking for a breach of the low or the high. And we got that, right? We got a breach of the low. We're below the open. But I'm also concerned at this point about the London open. So here is the LTO, right? So we came below. We came below Asian, right? We broke Asian low. We came below the London True Open. So I know there's going to be a ballistic movement back to the upside. And you see where it stopped. It literally just stopped right there.
Right. Like, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, it's like a little scary. Like, now I'm like, let me recalculate this and make sure these levels are right. Because there's no way it hits it right on the nail and then turn back. But it does.
Gotten in at the open here and gotten out at the open here,
Yeah.
essentially.
Right. Like that's what I mean, man. This is crazy. So you could basically take from open to open once you see the low get breached. And yeah, I've been using the 15 minute to get the liquidity, sides and the sell side, the buy side. So like today, that's even why I took that trade. Like, do your worst.
So now let's look at London. So London high. And let's see, this is the London low. And then if we go back to the 15, we already have our open, right? So we already have our true open. So this is New York AM.
Yeah.
So this would be, where we're actually awake
Right.
and looking at this thing. And we see that at 6 a.m. we get a break, like immediately we get a break of the London low. Immediately. So we already know to more than likely expect an upside move after we reach into some sort of higher time frame, PD array, which, might have been this fair value gap, or if there was a daily one, I know there was a daily one that we reached into. Oh, well, on in Q, I know we did. I didn't draw it on ES. Let me see. Yeah, see, there's a fair value gap right here on the daily. You see that one? I have all the hourly ones drawn, but this is the daily one
The fair
that
value
we
gap.
yeah, this was the daily fair value gap that we reached into today.
Shit.
You see that?
Yeah.
So we were reaching into this fair value gap on the daily. Let's go back to the 15. Daily one I feel like is less significant though because it's such a high time frame compared to the 15-minute. But still, if I'm looking at, London, comparing it to New York, I want to find where the New York open is. Let's see, where's the open? 7:30. So the open is here. So here's the open. So anytime we come below this, I know that we're going to be buying. And you could have bought into the London True Open, like you just said, right? So
That's
we
what I
go
mean.
from
Is it that easy? Don't you start asking yourself that? You just be patient and wait for the level.
it is that easy. Yeah, there has to be a breach of a high or a low, and then of course you want to see, the some kind of interaction with the open, the true open, and then you take your trade based on, what it is you're seeing. So let me see if I go to the 1 minute, what we saw at this point. And I like my minute charts.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind the tick charts. They're just, for me, because I haven't always used them, they're just a little confusing.
Hey, like I said, you got me on everything. I got a 2K tick chart, 1 minute, 15 minute that I changed to a 5 minute, 1 hour, and a daily chart. So I just be flipping through now.
So here is our open, right? So we came below it, could have taken this little bitty scalp, right, for a few minutes. But I feel like the big move was this one right here. So shortly after open, we dip below the open. This is your signal bar, right? Except that it didn't turn green.
I don't give a damn. That's what I'm trying to show you now. Now I'm
This is
like,
your
that's a
signal bar,
decent
right?
signal bar. That's a triple test. And I know this isn't
Yeah.
what we're drawing up, but there is a downtrend that just got to break new extreme. like that down move right there, that those 2 3 red bars right next to it,
Mhm. Yeah,
that's a downtrend. Just come right
yeah,
up across, and then that same signal bar you're talking about, just dip below, come back up. I want to see that time in sales things turning green. I'm in there. You
yep.
gotta think about
And
how
then
small that risk is for the potential upside. It's like,
right, exactly. And then we have this candle that created we have these candles that created a fair value gap. So that's another indicator that we're going to continue this upside move.
see what I'm saying? Like, see, I wouldn't know fair value gap. I would just be like, there's no sellers there. Like, there was no selling in that whole body. So I feel like they would have to come back and retest, or I would just see that as a range, and then I want to see the break and retest.
Hmm.
Like,
And you could either take it to the London low,
boom.
take it back to the London low, or take it back to the London open.
Yeah, bro, this is insane. This is actually insane. Get ready, people. Telling you right now, get ready for these next 3 months. They, I don't care if I lose. I'm taking this every single time possible.
Manipulation is going to be real.
So real, and that's also what I was gonna ask you. Like, when we finish our review overview, I think we gotta go back over it again to try to find out, like, okay, we're in a manipulation phase. Does that mean all the manipulation quarters are more like intense than the rest of the cycles? Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, I don't, wait, say that one more time.
All right, so we're gonna be in a 3 month manipulation phase, right?
Um,
Does that mean now on the daily cycles that the manipulation phases are gonna be absolutely like insane than like the previous month? Or is it, you know what I mean? Does that,
I would imagine so.
see what I mean? Does that make a difference? Like, now, okay, we're in manipulation. Every manipulation quarter is probably gonna do something crazy. Um, we've been in accumulation, and these accumulation quarters are insane right now.
I would imagine so. Where was our last AMDX year? Was it here, 2022?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to see where we ended off, but I don't know. I'd have to go back to the video, I think. You want me to try to go back and look, or are you good?
I'm just confused about what I done did over here. I'm like, wait, what? Okay. Because what was the pattern like? It was four XAMDs and then one AMDX, right?
Oh, it was like a sandwich. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Remember?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got that written down somewhere. Damn it. Come on, book. Oh, okay, perfect. Here we go. So it was like XAMD, XAMD, AMDX, XAMD, XAMD. So
Oh,
two
two.
two XAMDs, one AMDX in the middle, XAMD
Okay.
again. Yeah, that I don't know, but we have that all the way till 2024.
Yeah. So 2021 was the last AMDX.
Right.
So if we're looking at that as our, you know, I guess, what we could potentially see happen this year, then yeah, like the A ill, like that's what this
Gross.
looks like over here to me,
Gross. Right.
right? But the M wasn't super crazy.
Nope.
We didn't we did break the high, right? But we didn't break the low, and
Definitely
that's
made
because
definitely made people think it's gonna break the low though. That was
yeah,
crazy.
we've been in an uptrend though.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But remember, just like everybody else, they don't care. Like I think when, like I said, some people start seeing three red bars in a row, they're like, "Yep, this is it. We're going down." Like I mean, I see everybody try to do that with the trend line rule, right? As soon as the trend line breaks and you get one red bar, everybody's like, "Yep, switch a pace."
You know what I'm thinking though, Coach Roach?
Let me hear.
Based on what you said something earlier, and I think based on that, it might not be the best idea to do,
The option
I
trade.
mean, yeah, not in the manipulation phase. Maybe wait until the X,
Right.
right? Because the X is a continuation of what was already happening,
Right.
or a reversal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So the manipulation is still going to be kind of like, okay, where are we going and how far, is this thing going to go?
Right, and
But if you,
that's kind of what I was telling him, right? Because
yeah,
this is manipulation, bro. This is gonna
right,
get nasty. I don't know if
right,
you want to be in this thing. Like, it could go
right.
lower and then next day be bouncing back up 500 points, bro. I don't know if that's what you want because that's what they do.
Yeah, yep. And I feel like your manipulation range is going to give you a good idea of like just how far the range is actually going to go, right?
Right,
Because
right.
it's your manipulation range.
Yep.
And then your distribution happens based off of the manipulation always. And then you have your X that always either reverses and or continues whatever the manipulation did.
Yeah, that's actually a very good point. I'm glad. I'm glad we just thought about that. Maybe I'm gonna tell him later. Um, but now I'm like,
Because it's like if you look at this, okay, so we manipulated down, right? But then we went up. And then D just kept distributing up. And then X kept distributing up. But then the next X came, right? Because we know that the next year is going to be an XAMD year. We it's a reversal.
yeah, yeah, I'm already excited for next year, January.
Already.
I'm like, say less. What was December doing?
Already.
Going down? Bet. I know what to do. And then I'm definitely excited for this X period to come back in, right? Because then
Yeah,
that's when I think I'll be able to start doing those overnight trades again. You notice I
yeah.
haven't told you I haven't been doing because I know right now we're
It's
just
not.
doing anything. But when we get
Yeah.
that continuation or the distribution, yeah.
Yeah.
So like even right now, it's like we gotta we gotta basically skip out this quarter, trade next quarter, and trade the quarter after that, and then the end of the year just still trade, I guess, but keep it chill and just wait for January. Just keep watching what December is doing and all that, all the way till January 1st, and then boom.
Well, even October would be safe because once you know what the manipulation did in the second quarter and you see how the continuation and or you see how it distributed after the manipulation, then you just wait to see what the X is going to do. Is it going to reverse or is it going to continue? And if it continues, you just hop in.
Right, right.
Continuation.
Who
And if it reverses, then you get in the
you get
reversal.
it
You just,
right because you're expecting. I'm like I said, it's just at least you know what to expect now. Like
yeah.
that's like half the job I think when we come here trading, right? What direction are we going? What am I going to be looking for? This is just insane.
But I still love how you break it down in in a microcosm kind of way and break it down into like a pattern, like a daily pattern. There's a daily pattern, there's a weekly pattern, like
Oh
there's
yeah.
a pattern that it still follows based on, I mean, even though it's doing the,
Right.
AMD stuff,
But think
like,
about we know that pattern, right? We know it's doing the uptrend and then one long shooting star or evening star. The the bar I like that's upside down hammer. You know
Mhm.
that's the pattern all day. Once you see this in the manipulation phase, you don't even have to think about what you have to do right now. You know, if you don't take it, get off the computer because you're not doing here. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing here at all. As simple as that. Um, so yeah, like I said, we'll definitely start going over more. I guess adding up, adding up all the.
So just based on that, you know, I haven't really been heavy trading this quarter. I did do a lot at the beginning because I thought I could catch those 100-point moves during the day,
Yeah,
but I was not having luck with that, and I was just blowing account after account, and so I was like, okay, done.
man.
Let me wait until the second quarter, see how that is starting to shape up, and then I will, get back in and actually do
Yeah,
some actual trading.
I think
Because
we're in the same boat though.
it's just been like 5 points here, 10
Yeah,
points there.
we're
You
we're
know, like I just like
we're in the same boat. If you realize, I started doing a 2 point ES strategy, right? All of a
mhm,
sudden, and then
yep,
now I'm using my time to learn this stuff more and the time in sales because I'm like, man, me getting in right now and like trying to force stuff, it's just not happening. It's not
right.
happening. You could take the best trades, everything aligns, and you still get wrecked. Which that's normal in trading, but not so often. I don't think so often.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Right.
Doesn't have to be full.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for this next quarter to start.
Man, like I said, I got it marked down. First Monday of April.
First.
Stack up, my boy. The first, and I'm like, bro, the first is the first Monday of April. Say less. Let's go.
It's so funny. It's April 1st. Is that actually, let me see.
Yeah, that's the first Monday of April.
Yo, okay, so we just start like bussing from the beginning of April. One, two, three, four. And then that last week of April doesn't count. So like the 29th through the 30th into the first week of May, that doesn't count
Right.
in our, AMDX stuff for the month. And then in May, our AMDX stuff starts on the 6th of
Right.
May. So yeah, we just start out right away in
What
April.
what have we seen happens right after we come off a period? Can we look at that?
Right after we come off of an A period. Is
Yeah.
that what you just?
Yeah, like right after we come off an A and we're going into this M, you know, in those AMDX years. How long does it start to take? All right, so here we go. We got that A. So it still seems like they'll start manipulating in the same direction first, right? And
Mhm.
then like 2 3 weeks in, then we'll manipulate in the other direction. So we need
Let
to
me see.
see what's what's going on by that last next week.
Well, you see this manipulated above the highs before it started to drop. So technically, this made a new extreme,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then did the reversal, but this didn't make a new extreme. It's retesting this box right here.
Yeah.
Um, it ain't gonna do right.
They're not playing. Now, so, and that's like the type of motion what these people be calling swing high, right? Like, we had that big red bar next to the one bar. Yeah, right? boom,
Mhm.
and then that third bar, the green one comes, but it doesn't go as low. That green one next to the red one, no, the same one. Yeah, that green one next to that red one doesn't go as low
Same.
as as the red one. Yeah, exactly. Right? Then we just come back up and then boom, that even though that red candle, so the third candle now over, even though it comes back down, it still breaks up. It
Mhm.
still does like the one here, one down, one here, basically. So,
I feel like this is a clue that it's gonna keep going up.
right.
The next week was gonna go up. Even though it came down below the low, it still turned green. Like it opened below this candle,
Yeah.
but most of the price action was going to the upside.
Yo, and we got to use that. We got to use that part right there. That's what I call a second entry long. You
Right
see
here.
that green bar? Yeah, perfect. Anything that breaks above that bar is a second entry long. You're looking for the high right away.
Hmm.
Okay? So
Hmm.
now remember that, right? You're only
And then
saying
this is our manipulation. We manipulated above.
right. So we got to be looking for that on Friday. Well, yeah, we're going to have some time on Friday. We got to be looking for that because Friday is literally the I'm just looking. I'm like next week. I'm like this is the end of the month.
Yeah, end of the quarter.
So yeah, we gotta maybe look for something like this starting Monday. And then now if you're really just following all of this, right? This is easily a second entry short.
Which one?
That redip,
This one?
yeah, that's just a second entry short. If you count from the that left side, right? The last low.
The last low being here,
One more over.
right here.
Yeah, boom, right? It goes up. All right.
Hmm.
It comes down. It go that green bar breaks below that red bar.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So that's one. We go up
This is two.
and then boom.
Hmm.
Now on that time and sales thing, when we see this thing just forcing down and just not being posted up, yo, that's it.
Yep. Yep. And then you see the manipulation just continued going up, right? And then it distributed high, even higher.
Right.
And then we got our X quarter, and the X quarter went
Just kept
higher
going.
as well.
So I think
And
this is literally I'm about to snapshot this picture right here because this because this is the type of stuff that has to happen, right? When I look at all the around in the news and what people are saying, history, okay, so anytime there's gonna be a president, the market's never been down. All right,
right.
this is the only way the market's not going down then.
And I think especially if it's Trump, I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't like him, but there's also a lot of people that
Hey,
do.
listen.
So I really think that the market, if he gets elected, is going to go crazy.
Right. He won before.
Hmm.
Some people act like they don't know that. So can easily happen again.
Hmm.
So but yeah, I really think this is the motion right here. We gotta do something jiggy like this.
Yep, we got to catch the second entry, the
Yeah.
second entry short.
I'm telling you. On my this trade station account, I'm gonna start trying to leave micros in for a long time. Like we start seeing this, I'm gonna start trying to hold this bottom. Yo, you could be in that, right? You could just be in there.
Yeah. Yep.
Not
And
the
it didn't come back until the following year.
and again, we know when to get out. We know once it passes, okay, you have that sign break. Once it
Hmm.
passes that one bar in that next section, the first one
Hmm.
bar, you know you should be looking to get out. No, no, so up,
Yeah.
go up and over. Yeah. You see
Which,
that one? Yeah. Once that you know you should be looking to get out, that's a break in new extreme. You know you need to protect your stop loss.
hmm
See what I'm saying? Add it all up. We gotta be so active and add it all up, and it will all help us. That's the type of stuff people be like, how you know when to get out? I did it, but I know what's supposed to happen for a fact.
Yeah, what pattern to look for.
Yeah,
And I mean, this is a weekly chart, so
same thing. Yeah, you know, if you're in like that, you know. There's no reason to be greedy or looking for more. At that point, you would have been in from there to there. Like, come on, bro. Is that 14,000 points? No, 3,600. I was like, what the fuck?
3,000 points still, like that's crazy.
Yeah. All right. See? So, let's say, what's the micro? $5? $5 a point?
Mhm.
But that's
Or
18.
$2.
That's 18,000.
Probably thank you.
Literally $18,000, and then that's a micro. I'm telling you, I'm gonna try these plays. What's the bottom of this bar right here? What's the bottom of this red bar?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
Let's see. 12,915.
12,915. Okay.
And are we going to the new extreme or
Yeah. Let's just call it right there.
the new extreme? 16,767.50.
Right. Okay. So you said 12,915.
Yeah.
And what's that doji bar low? I want to see how many points they came close to, cuz that was crazy.
Doji low is 954.75. So it's 200-ish points.
954.
Or 200.
See how crazy that is? 954.75. That's literally what? So
Ish. Almost 40 points.
just different. Say less. 5 times 40. $200 risk. I'm in it. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm like, you see this thing happen? We see a red bar and it starts to wick up. If you can, same day you need to put that micro in and leave it. Right? But if not, you just do it the next day or the night before. And you said this is a weekly chart? Okay, so this would be like you got to put this in on a Sunday night. Looking for us to bounce out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because if we look at this week on a daily, we can see like when it started to go, when it started to go back up.
Yeah.
This is the week of May 10th, 2021.
Okay.
May 10th, 2021. All right, so May 10th, 2021.
Oh, this is even worse.
It came down.
That's even
On the
worse. If you don't get in on this next green bar, once again,
This is the birthday.
you don't have anything to do here. If you're not getting in on that bar right there, nah, man. Nah, no way. I mean, it's gonna sound repetitive, but it's the same thing again. That little move you have to the left there, right? That little up move, it gotta break new extreme. The little
Which one?
to the left of this, to the left of that.
Oh, here?
Yeah, you don't even have to draw it. There's an uptrend, it got a new extreme, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a range, then the range starts, and there's a downtrend, and it got a new extreme. Forget that though. You can clearly see this is one leg, pull back, second leg. Right where
Mm-hmm.
that's the second leg, right? You can see that.
Yep.
Okay, so let's say you don't take this bar. Goes up. There's no way. There's just I mean, I'm thinking no way because I guess it's my strategy because I just have to take it. But I just think even without this strategy, if you're just reading price action, that's what that would tell you, right? Because you got that bottom section. You got that bottom section that this was clearly a range to the left. Now you're
Yeah.
getting a retest of the range. So I'm like, I don't care what strategy you're using. You just you should just be like, if I'm thinking it's gonna go up, that's the time.
This is a great entry too, because this is the break above the fair value gap that
Yeah,
turns it into an inversion.
yeah, and that's
And then
savage.
we retest of the inversion,
Yeah,
and then it takes off.
I like both those entries as well. That that 3 bar now, right, becomes a second entry short that just instantly fails. Like those are the
Mhm.
bars that it just gave one tick and then turned back green. Just got gas.
Well, and look, there's a fair value gap here that
See?
was pushing it up. So, there's like, I mean, fair value gaps, there's a lot of them. So it's hard to really like be like, ooh, fair value gaps are the way to go. But if you know how to read them
Yeah.
and you know how to use your advantage, it definitely helps. But I love this entry and I love this entry too.
Yeah, that entry is also fire too, yeah. And man, like I said, anybody can say whatever they want about fair value
It's
gaps. I'm
essentially the
seeing them.
same.
Yeah.
If you look at these two bars and what they did, and then you look at these two and what they did, this one
Same
was just
thing.
a point off
Right. And
from.
it looks like that what we were saying. That's expanded. That's contracted.
Mhm.
It's the same thing. And you can see even the bars, those little bars that people might not paying attention to, that's still doing a two-legged pullback in the middle. It still goes down, up, down, and then the big green bar is gonna make it all fail. You see what I'm saying? Now, yes,
Yep.
it's all hindsight, but my guys, I think Coach Amy takes this trade every time, right? That's why she knows it. I take these trades every time. That's why right away, notice I'm not pointing to anywhere else than right away the same thing. And Coach Amy sees her value gaps and her entries right away. So even though you're looking back, I don't know, when you're doing this and you're really trying to test yourself, clearly just don't put it to the right, but it doesn't matter. Just look at the build up. Get used to recognizing the build up.
Buildup is going to tell you everything. I mean, this is so nasty.
Right.
It's so nasty, but you can still see those patterns in it. The legs up, the legs down.
Still see it. Still see it.
Yeah.
On if it even if it's choppy. The only thing in the intraday now is all the bars are overlapping. So I was
Yeah.
even gonna ask you, are there many fair value gaps in here? Not really, right?
Yeah, there's a fair value gap right here.
Yeah,
I
what
just drew
about
it.
what about the rest of this move that's been happening?
Let's see. So from the beginning of the year, we've got fair value gap to the downside here, fair value gap to the upside, two fair value gaps back to back right here to the upside that we've touched into and
Right.
have not
N-
back to.
None, right? But none so far.
And then there's a fair value gap right here that got touched a few times.
Yeah.
We'll call that a triple test, right?
Right.
And then took off. Um, and then there hasn't been any since this one.
So it seems like all of February we haven't had anything at all. Cause you just skipped that whole entire part right there
Well, this one, yeah, there was one at the end of
at the end of
February.
February, and that's what I mean. I'm like, that's not normal. That's not normal. I'm not gonna
And this
take that
one is at the
serious.
end of March. You see that? This one is at the end of March, and then these happened at the end of January.
Yeah. I wonder if that's the
See that?
move. Yeah.
It's kind of the same date range, right? So this is the 18th and the 19th when we had this big ballistic move right here. This was the 22nd of February when we had that big ballistic move. And then I wouldn't necessarily count this part, but right here, this one right here, March 21st, big ballistic move to the upside.
All right. So it's the 21st, and then when do we do another bounce out? It's the from the what's the average?
It looks like we're trying to bounce out right now, but
Well, how about
if
the
we
previous one?
the previous one
You said they were on the same dates, right?
right here, this one right here,
So
the February.
22nd, and then what's
Mhm.
that 3 bar?
This one.
Yeah, the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and that's crazy. I just feel like look at January and February. This is insane. Failed breakout, failed
Mm-hmm.
breakout at the top, two-legged move down. We just start reversing. Like that's just so aggressive. This whole play is so aggressive for them to generate. But you see though, they have no steam, so they gotta generate it from somewhere.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's why they keep overlapping into each other all these days,
Yeah. Like these legs
all
are
touching
crazy.
into each other.
This was a crazy day. Like
Insane.
this was a crazy day. Like I would have imagined, because we broke a new extreme.
Right.
That was a new extreme at that point.
Do we have any
And
trend
then
lines?
just immediately reversed from there.
I'm like, try to see if you draw a trend line, because, yeah, that doesn't look like it makes sense.
Where
Like
from
maybe from the one more down. Yeah, 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 right there. Maybe a little bit more to the right. Maybe that whole thing is in a trend line.
right here?
Yeah,
Maybe?
you could try it right there first. Yeah, because I'm like, you're so right though. That's so random. I mean, we have been getting like two bullish bars and then a no, we got a little bearish bar and then a big bearish bar. This time we just have a little bull bar, one big bull bar, and then the opposite, right? We got a big red one and then a little red one. It was the like opposite way before.
Mhm. Like this would have made me think that we were gonna reverse.
Savage. Yeah.
Like if I'm just, looking at candles with nothing on them.
Yeah. And then it just all gets dried up real quick. They do get the play though. Hopefully they got out. Because like you said, these definitely thinking heavy short.
But it looks like at this point, because they broke right here,
Yeah, it's over. They thought it was
they
gonna go down.
yeah, they have to make a new extreme to the upside now. That's what I'm thinking at this point
Mm-hmm.
now.
So hold on. That trend line is right on the. Can you move it up a little bit? Let's see something. Yeah, because
Move it up to where, right? Like right here?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's see. Do you think that's better, or do you think how you had it is having more touches? Because that's interesting, right? Because if it's not if it's valid like how you had it before, we have a
I know.
we have a overshoot.
I don't remember how I had it before, but this is the overshoot.
If it's not fitting how it should fit, right? Because we have this green bar right here outside,
Yeah,
The wick is okay to close back in, but the body shouldn't break though.
right. Because the rest of these are just wicks.
Right.
And here we got a body, here we got a body.
Yeah, so if that overshoot, that could be the only way we don't get the new extreme right now. The only way. Because then they would just either, I mean, this kind of correlates into what we're looking at right now though, because this would either try to break back up and then fail and then drop.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely what I think it's going to do. It's going to get to the new extreme and then reverse.
Yeah, they might not even reach there though, because that might be what pulls us up later if they don't make it.
Hmm.
The fact that we need to get that.
Yeah,
Like they might
that,
just
but
literally bring it so
that's
close.
last high. You see, that's this right here,
Yeah.
709. Well, this is the new contract chart, so it's different on the continuous, but that's this level right here, right? If we're
And
looking at the weekly chart,
all right, we're
we're
forward.
still a one candle on the week, probably coming down to the weekly 50% retracement. Um, but yeah, like I mean, it's early still, it's Monday,
Yeah, this would be crazy. I mean, this part
but
looks like we should push out, huh?
I think it could break. Maybe, maybe, maybe. I don't know because right now it's sitting at a bank level.
Do you think they hold? Do you think they go to like 700 and like just hold it for Monday to actually start the manipulation, then break the high, and then we come back down?
I mean, that's what we've been doing is breaking the high and then coming back down. You see, like we broke this high, came back down,
Yeah.
broke this high. Well, we kept going, but then um broke this, came back down for a little bit. We broke. So if we break again, then I feel like it's definitely going to come back in.
Yeah.
If it breaks the external liquidity side of things and we go to get that new extreme, right? We go to get this level right here,
Right.
then I could definitely see us coming back into the range.
Yeah. 250, 200.
That's what we've been doing, and that would be consistent with the manipulation, right?
Right.
Because they want you to think that, oh, it's, this is the manipulation phase, it's going to go down crazy.
Let's bring it up
Maybe
and let's see what they think now.
it does go down crazy, maybe it doesn't, but I think we definitely have this pattern that you just pointed out to look at and try to decipher if that's actually going to happen.
Yeah. Like right now, it's really tricky, right? We got a doji, red doji, and then we thought we had a big red bar, but now it's not really.
Right.
Today looked like it was gonna drop, but not really.
Hmm. Yeah, to me, I wouldn't call this a drop because we are in a fair value gap. This is the daily time frame, right? So this
Yep.
is daily fair value gap that has a bunch of buy orders in it.
And we didn't break the high on this green bar.
Mm-mm.
It,
Wait, which green bar? This one?
no, the next one.
No,
So we didn't take out the red bar high.
no, not this one either. Mm-mm. We didn't take any of this out. We haven't taken out any highs yet this week.
No, well, not this week, but I'm talking about that green bar because that also looks like new extreme, but I don't know if it's an even level though.
Right here.
Yeah,
Let's look at it. Let's see, 691.25, 709.
yeah. So that's low key new extreme.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's last week's high.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Okay. So yeah, I mean, technically, we already have new extreme.
Okay.
Technically.
Yeah, technically, because I didn't realize that this one was higher.
Yeah, I didn't either until I was like, huh.
It doesn't look like it to me when
No.
I'm just like calling it. It looks lower.
Yeah, and it looks even. That's why I was like, I don't think so. Okay, but now we also got first entry short. We got a high. They could do some shit like they're gonna give a new extreme to the little up move that they did before. You know, like
Mhm.
those four bars at the end there for the green. Yeah, they could be like, yeah, we need a new extreme for that, and like make that a trend line. Those are the shits I'd be
Mhm.
anticipating. Like, yeah, okay, because that for
Right,
this,
that's what I'm thinking is possible. But there's also a lot of stuff riding on, the economic stuff that we were just talking about earlier.
yeah, it's just to me like even though this trend is rugged, we should have got a better new extreme than that. That's why it's not even convincing or standing out to us. It's like that you guys
Like, was
fought to do
that?
that. That's what you guys fought to do, basically. I don't think so.
I mean, and it's not convincing because this is an inverted hammer.
Yeah, that's
You know
not.
what I mean? I
Yeah,
mean, I guess it would be more convincing if it was red, but because it's got that long wick at the top, I'm like, clearly you're letting us know that the next move is going to be down.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's convincing. I don't think so. I'm gonna need to see more than that. I think. But now I'm on my toes though, for sure, because that's interesting.
And then this right here, this line right here marks um the beginning of our new quarter.
The green line.
So once this week is done, I think price is gonna, get into some dropping potentially.
Right.
Um, before it starts to, or like we saw in 2021 when the last AMDX year, it went higher before it went lower, right?
Yeah.
Or we could see that as well. We could see it actually reach up for those highs, break that that little bitty new extreme this week
Mm-hmm.
or next week. And then because it could stay a one candle this week. It could totally do that, and that would be horrible, but so
I
it
think
could
that's
totally.
I think that's what they would do. I think we're either gonna
I
go
think
for it
so
and take it out.
too.
We're gonna go for it and take it out, or they're just gonna hold it right there. Like I could see them coming back up to like keep dropping us this week, and come back up to like 600 and or 650, and just hold it right there.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you got to think about it. Last week was FOMC week, right? There's nothing major going on this week. So I think they could, like you said, potentially just hold it until our manipulation starts. And they're either going to push us way higher before dropping us down, or they're going to push us lower before going back up.
Yeah. Even though we're looking for that, I hope they break it this week, because then like if they break it this week, then we already know what's up. We're just looking for, okay, this thing is supposed to do manipulation, so we're probably gonna get one more higher bar, but be cautious because we know at any time this is gonna reverse. Like
Mhm.
now we know for a fact.
Yeah. But as long as this one bar is here and it's solid, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I'm not interested. Like if this one bar flipped and it, started going going hollow and started acting like it was gonna break, that would make me want to get in to
All right.
something.
Yeah, I'd like that. Um, all right, like I said, that was heat. Um, I know this thing is telling me we got like 4 minutes or something. It just popped up, says 4 minutes.
That's
Um,
for what?
I don't know. The Zoom just popped up saying that.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't have a time limit on mine.
yeah. Maybe it just resets. I don't know. Um, but what did you think about today? I'm not gonna forget to ask this because this is my test right here. I be trying to grade the quarters myself, and then I'm like, let me go to Professor Amy.
Yeah, so like I was telling you, in the message I sent you, that I mean, to me, ES looks like AMDX today.
Let's go. Yes, that's what I got. I at first it tripped me up, but like I said, when I saw the thing you told me, right? Check out the highs getting manipulated, or the true opens, I should say, getting manipulated. And I seen that in the manipulation phase at the end. I was like, okay, makes sense, because I be looking sometimes and getting tripped up right now, and when it's like ranging and consolidating, if that's manipulation, you know. But I think what kind of helped me to remember that is actually we said the distribution is gross, and that's exactly what I'm like. Yeah, this is distribution. 'Cause this thing is actually so shot. Once it's distributing, like you got the healthy pullback, like you were saying the other day. I don't like that.
Let's see. Yeah, and it looks like in Q, I don't know.
Oh, the NQ. Let's see.
So Thursday we were just going straight down, right, on NQ in the last quarter.
Yeah,
And then here it's not really going up, it's not really going down.
yeah.
To me, this looks like an A quarter as well, but then this doesn't really manipulate crazy above the highs. I mean, it does
It
below the low.
yeah, it did the I think it did the 130 manipulation at like it manipulated the true open the 130, and then the low it basically comes back. Well, at least on my tick chart, I don't know. This is at what time is this? 4:53. See, they said that's the true open,
Mhm.
and then we basically break above it on the NQ and then just reject.
Mhm.
You just drop. That's literally what initiated that drop on the NQ today, which is insane.
But every quarter has its own thing,
Yeah, every quarter has its quarter.
right? Every quarter has its own thing. So see, this is the morning session,
Yeah.
right? So once we came below this, touched more, looks like we tried to touch it, but didn't actually touch it.
This is like 9.
This was 9:30.
Yeah.
This is the 9:30 candle. This is the 9:45 candle. So 9:45, once we broke above the open, of course, you would probably have to get on a lower time frame to catch, like an inversion or,
Yeah.
like a break new extreme.
Yeah, literally 9:45:27. We got a nice bar that does that little tick below the previous bar and turn back green. All right.
Mhm. Yep. And you could have rode this to, let's see, where's the London True Open? 130. This is 130. Yeah, this is 130. I mean, it didn't get there in the morning session, but it did in the afternoon.
Yeah. Back to that same level, huh?
They went back to the London True Open.
So the London True Open is the 1:30 level. 1:30 a.m. open.
Yeah,
What do you have for that? I have like 5:59 or something like that.
I think 50.
5:50, yeah. So yeah, like boom.
So going from 464 to 565.50, essentially.
Yeah. You just gotta have faith and know that level. But I'm telling you, there's so much stuff on my chart that I'm like, nah, this totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. That 945 reversal play, we just had a break in New Extreme for the downside. And then we had 1 bar, 2 bar, a bar that ticks down in reverse. Like, that's, if you're going to be aggressive, that's an aggressive reversal play. And that's that play at 453. That's basically, yeah, second entry short. And we got a nice red bar.
Yeah, so all of this right here, I probably would have negated because for one, it's still below the open.
Yeah.
And for two, we're still below this gap. So until we closed a bar above that gap, look at this one bar right here closed above the fair value gap and above the open.
Yeah.
And then we had a retest, right, of the open. And or, the inversion range. And then it just kept going from there.
Yep.
But so
What do you have?
it would have been hard to hold for me.
Yeah. I think this would have been hard to hold for anybody. It's just chopping, huh? What do you have at like 10:08? Because I see an entry there, but what do you have there? 10:08.
Oh, it's here. This candle here.
Yeah.
So fair value gap.
Okay.
Or, like a big ballistic.
We just cleared out everything.
Yeah, a big ballistic candle that went above the low from yesterday.
Yeah, that was a nice little bounce
Candle
off.
reset.
A nice little
And then
bounce off the 21.
this would have been a nice, like, short play.
Yeah.
But I would have needed to know where to get out.
Are you looking for that high?
Yeah, just some significant high that would let me know that okay, it's time to get out. So here's one right here. One. I'm too zoomed out
Yeah.
for this to work well. That didn't work, right? But there's also this one right here. That one could have worked.
Yep. That one's perfect.
And or the fact that there's a fair value gap to the downside right here could have gotten me, right? Like this big red fair value gap on the 1 minute. I think that could have been an exit point. I just always like to have my exit points.
Yeah. Yeah. That definitely makes me more comfortable in the trade too.
Yeah, this is definitely a great entry.
Yeah. Because on my tick chart, we just bounced once again. Like this one's even stronger. The first one I was telling you had more of a long wick. This had such a small wick.
So we can see the comparison.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's see. I think I should still have this chart up. Alright, so check this out here. This is the first one I was telling you about for the reversal. As you see, I have this downtrend here.
Mhm.
Overshoot, we go sideways, we make the new extreme, right? Once it makes the
Mhm.
new extreme, you're already looking for reversal. Come down. This downtrend has a new extreme. I don't want to draw too much. So now when you get this tick below here, and then it comes back up, remember, I'm still low-key looking for the 2 point, right? I'm looking to take this back to the EMA. It breaks the EMA, okay, great, and then I'm on board, for the ride. But let's say
Mhm.
I skip all that, right? Because early, I come here. Wait, where am I? Yeah, so this is 0. I got 1, pull back. This is 2, right? Every 2 I restart the count. We got this trend, but we also got this overshoot. So we know, remember like we were saying how these patterns are expanding and then contracting. To me, this is the same thing in the same area, just smaller now. And we're going
Mhm.
up instead of
Yeah.
down, right? Now watch this. The whole time here, all we're not going down. Why? In For my rule at least, I'm like, because we didn't touch the 21. So we need everybody's opinion. And this really, there's no really traps in here, right? Because the sellers get trapped here, the buyers should have known they would have got trapped here. So it's not much trapping. But here, boom, we get wicked out. So I'm kind of looking for the same thing, just opposite, right? I get this high. Remember, this is 0, so restart the count. High,
Mhm.
first entry short, pull back, second,
I'm
right?
sure.
You know me, I'm probably not gonna take this one,
This is
but
red.
right, because it's red. But it depends, right? In this situation, I really want to see the green. But then look, right? We break up, and then we break right back down, and then we just make this little wick off the 21. That higher low right there, this is what I call a trap. Like, this is a trap of all traps, right? You made not only everybody think it was gonna go short, you made them think it was gonna break the EMA. And for me, when you see it's gonna break the EMA, people just try to get ready to short. So now
Mhm.
all these people just got trapped. There's uh right, the what would you call this? The sell side liquidity here. Everybody just sold,
The
right?
buy side.
The buy side liquidity here. But at the same time, I'm like, they just took out. I guess okay, so I guess they just took out the sell side right here, and
Mhm.
all they're gonna use this to do is just more gas. That's all I'm seeing. I'm just like, gas station, pit stop, we're out. It closes above here. For me, again, if you're not in this, I don't know what we're doing here. We're just gonna be looking, because this is like, I don't know. When I'm reading it, this is like, buy me. We just got him. Buy me.
Why me?
Yeah. Well, you can still get trapped. You can still get trapped, of course. Of course, you can still get trapped. But this is like, we just cleared this. We're showing you now we're gonna probably go up.
Mhm.
Because if you don't get on here, you're already anticipating the up move. Like, for me, this is how I usually catch these traps, because I'm like, all right, don't get in here. But I know I wanted to get in. Now this is like, they just gave me every single reason and checked off every single box on top of basically confirming this move.
Mhm.
And it looks shady, yeah, but like I said, if you're now also looking, they close
Not
outside of
really. Yeah,
liquidity,
I'm like, not really if you look at it in terms of the box.
right? And but then, like I said, this box over here, it's like, this is just the box small. In the same place. We just flip. It worked going down when we were going down. Hey, it should work going up if we're going up right now. And both of them get supported by the EMA. This one gets supported here. This one gets supported here. And if you kind of look as well, if you look at these two, you can see that we basically did the double tap too. One, pull back two, one, pull back two.
Mm.
See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Both these signal bars are trash though. At least this one you get a better one. They still good if you're looking for the downside, aggressively. But you really want to see this one turn red, like how this one was red and then this one turned green. But yeah, this is why like I said, I'm looking at all the time charts, and sometimes I even find myself taking some entries off the time charts now, but I still mainly want to get the entry on here as
Mm-hmm.
well, because I know it's just showing the traps that I'm looking for. But yeah, that would be a nice little run right here. And then you were saying, we're looking for our target. Okay, if this is our target here, yeah, you would still stay in because you just got the first break of this trend line. So I guess if you're gonna ride out all this choppiness, yeah. And then
Yeesh.
yeah, right. I would be out already. But again, if you take the trade and you just leave it alone, hey, like you literally take the trade and you're in and you just put your freaking take profit here, hey, good, kudos to you. But I don't think so.
Yeah.
I would come back, and as soon as I draw something like this, I'm like, yeah, hell no. I would just try, even especially if we take out this new extreme already and we start coming back down. I'm already trying to get out right here. This is probably the last spot you could see me in. The last spot. But yeah, that was solid today. Like you said, I've been practicing the one and done trades. I really want to get back to that because I know that's probably all that's going to be good for today.
Yeah.
Until Monday.
Well, and even once we get into manipulation, once we find that break new extreme on the weekly chart,
Yeah.
and we see that pattern repeat from the AM from 2021,
Right.
um, it's over.
She
Like,
said it's over.
oh,
That's right. I'm
game
like,
over.
I've just been looking. Let me show you something too, real quick, that I've been looking at. That you said that manipulation. Look how much manipulation we've been getting, and it's just like that. So you showed me, right? This is the previous high of the session. We come and we just have an uptrend, and we just break, get the new extreme and red bar. Like, man, like I said,
We do.
this is the trade where you're like, this is actually insane. 6:55 a.m. and you're done for the day.
Mm-hmm.
You're done for the day because you just know this was supposed to have some manipulation here. Well, here we got the manipulation. This is when I'll be catching on to it, right? When the manipulation matches the break in new extreme,
Mm-hmm.
and then we start to do that distribution, right? And now I know
Mm-hmm.
we can easily have an X, which is basically, I'm pretty sure what happened here. I don't know. Let's see. I wrote it. Oh no, they're all gone. But I'm pretty sure clearly this is what happened here, right? So now, like I said, you add it all up, you gotta be in. You're looking for the bottom of the range at least. They've been showing you where they're going.
Right.
And this is a Judas swing. You're looking for the next Judas swing, right? So I'm like, bro, easily and
And
low.
then if you line that up with the opens,
It's like you
just
just sit and be patient. Just sit and be patient. Let it do what it want to do. Once it books your ticket, get on board. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. That's all I'm seeing. It's like you got to be patient, but
Mhm.
I'm already used to being patient. So now I just know I'm patient and I'm waiting for a trap. I mean, to me, there's just so many reasons to add here. To get in here. You got top of the range. You got top of another range. You got this test. You don't like that? Okay, we give you another try for a triple test. Like, I'm not sure what more inviting you need, right? But just take a look at. Okay, also, I don't know what this is called, but I know this is just like. I don't know what they're called, so I start looking for stuff that's not right. That's what I call it. Like, it's not right. So, for example, there's a bar here, there's a wick here, there's a wick down here, but there's no wick in here. That means
Mhm.
nobody got to buy in here. That
For value
means,
gap.
yeah. See, that's what I mean. I'm like, Coach Amy knows, but she's gonna tell me there's something here that's not right. I'm like, we come back, retest. I could do this all day, but like I said, the
And
manip
look, it did a triple test of that fair value gap before it started to break back down.
right. This manipulation is just getting crazier and crazier. Break, trend line, break, new extreme into this area, clear manipulation. We went a little bit higher and then back down. Again, just wait and be patient. That's and it shows up. But all right, so
But even the third one, even the third touch of the green.
this one right here,
Yeah.
yeah, and same thing, right? Uptrend, break, new extreme. You can see we got one leg. Be careful, we might get a second leg, then reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So again, patient. But like you just, I mean, if you're a savage, you take this first one here. You're patient. You got this second one. Still same thing. Break, new extreme. And then if you're really just patiently watching, you're even more enticed to take this one. You've seen clear evidence, right? But all right, let's say that's just one day. All right, we're moving on. Remember, this is today, right? Fresh day. Price doesn't repeat itself. No way. Well, we got the uptrend. We got the break. We move this over. We got the new extreme. This the same. This is the same exact thing.
Yep.
I'd be like, what? I'd be like, nah, okay. So I don't know what to call that. But this is
You're
getting
gonna have to make it up. You're gonna have to make up a name for it.
but this is getting aggressive though. This is getting aggressive. That's all I know. And like I said, we already went over this one. How this is the contraction and this is the expansion. But
Mm-hmm.
we did the same thing. Like we just keep doing it aggressively right now. Break. Like when they say new extreme, they're really not waiting. They're like, we got you right now. Oh, you just broke? I bet. We're ready. Like this is what you guys need. Guys just need the new extreme. We're gonna give it to you right away, right now. And if they don't, usually it's probably the accumulation period
Yeah.
in one of the things, right? But then they still go do it. But I'm saying tomorrow, maybe look out for that in the horizon. Because that's too clear for the same thing.
What was today in terms of the, let's see. So today, wait, I'm on the 15 minute. Let me get off 15 minutes. Okay. If I'm looking at this in relation to Thursday,
Yeah.
I would say that today was an X day.
Okay.
Because Thursday, if you look at the price action, Thursday went up, and around 1 o'clock, it dropped. So I
Okay.
don't know what last week was. I don't know if it was an AMD. It looks like it was an AMDX uh week. Let me see. Let me
Hold on.
see
Are
what
you
is.
sharing some? Hold on.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
not
okay,
sure.
okay.
If you want, I can though. Let me see. This
Oh yeah.
is
'Cause I want to see.
okay. Hold on. Let me share then.
After this, we out. But yeah, we gotta see this.
I'm trying to fit everything here so we can see like okay, so this was last week, right? This was last week's range between the orange lines. So this was Monday. Monday we went up and then we basically did the same thing on Thursday that we did on Monday. But what would we call this? Would we call this an X? I would call this an X, right? Because on Thursday of the week before, we were going down.
Down.
And then Monday we were going up. So I would call this an X. So last week was XAMD,
Right.
right? Distribution is gross.
Gross. Absolutely.
And Friday doesn't count. So if we're looking at today, Monday, in comparison to Friday, which was, what did I say? X or D?
D.
So if this D, was this a continuation of the D or a reversal of the D?
Mm. I mean, do we just count the gap down as just like continuation? I mean, the reversal.
I don't know because it kind of went up before going down. So
Yeah.
this distribution is like, ugh. But what would we call this though? Would we call this accumulation or continuation of this or reversal of this?
I don't know. To me, I get tripped up on the accumulation when I start seeing overlap on itself. I'm like, yeah, accumulation, because we just start overlapping the price.
Right. I would say this is accumulation as well. Um, but also seeing this happen at 1 o'clock on Thursday, and then we just continue down, that would tip me off to maybe this is an X.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
to wait till tomorrow to make up my mind about what it, or later on to this evening when 6 o'clock happens to see like what I think.
Yeah, you're right. Because I can definitely see this as X. Because I guess even if we're saying that, so it starts at that blue dotted line.
Yeah, so this day doesn't count.
I guess it starts
So
at
we're
that.
looking at this day compared to this day.
Yeah, I could see that as X. Now, I think what has to happen though is like you said, at 6 p.m. or tomorrow, we need to drop and try to take back out that low for it to really be an X. Because yeah, we went down and broke the low, but like you said, that was
You mean
most
for this to be an X?
for that yeah, to confirm that for me. Because
But but if it breaks the higher the low, then it wouldn't be an A.
that's what I'm
And
saying. That's what I'm saying. I want to see, it kind of do something and basically drag me to one side now.
yeah,
Because it being in the middle is not going to do us no justice. It's just going
but
to,
if it stays in the middle tomorrow, then we know it's an A.
right,
That's what I'm saying.
right after
Or
tomorrow.
if it stays in the middle to Tuesday or whatever, at 6 o'clock
Yeah,
going into Tuesday, then we know that this was an X and Tuesday was an A.
yeah. And then we
And
know,
so we
like,
know the manipulation is going to come on Wednesday.
yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Run it.
Oh,
Run it.
so much brain power.
Yeah, we did it though.
All right. Well, this was fun. Apparently we're gonna be doing this every Monday also.
I think this is
Um,
perfect for us, and perfect for them too. But perfect for us.
yeah. So I was trying to give, the clues about what the week is going to look like, but it's not clear right now. We have to wait until I feel like we have to wait until tomorrow. If tomorrow, puts in high and low, if tomorrow manipulates, then we know it's AMDX. If tomorrow does not manipulate and tomorrow stays within the range of today, then we know it's an XAMD week.
Yeah. So watch out basically tomorrow for some ranging, or we going for the high or the low.
Yep.
I say more so high, but hey, let's see.
I want to see those higher highs.
All right. But yeah, yo, all right. So we'll talk later then.
Okay.
All right,
Take
later.
care.
Bye, guys. Peace.
Record.